in that one turnstile. We get mixed up. The stewards are coming there, wondering what's going on because we're blocking a fire door or something. It was just crazy. But it was pandemonium, but enjoyable, if you know what I mean. Do you understand that?
The buzz, like.
Everything just flew by. The time flew in. I didn't even get a lottery ticket or nothing. A Paradise Windfall. Just couldn't. My wee boy's running about. His wee pal was there. So he's running about, and there was a mentor, the wee lassie, wee Chloe, helps with me. She would try to give us, like, she had a big sack of sweets. She was like, trying to give me them. I was like, I'll give them, and I give them. And she took them down to the kids. And she went down there amongst them and dished all the kids sweets and all that, so she did. But it was just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So it was, for the achievement we had, all the hard workers in there, I just can't thank, also there's too many people to thank, the general support, the supporters in general, all over the world, I mean, that have got to this day. Personally, I probably didn't think we'd ever get there, always said we would, but I never thought we'd really reach that mark. But hopefully now that we're a bit more recognised, we've got a wee bit more clue what we're doing. 4,000 won't be too long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and who was it? What do you call the playwright that wrote that play? I'm no Billy, he's a Tim. Des, I forgot his second name. But didn't he say, he said in years to come, he said, if you pick every kid that went to Celtic Park with the Kano and they all lit a candle inside Celtic Park, what would that look like?
That's right, Dave Dillon, I was to say that would maybe run for 10 years down the line, that'd be great to do.
Wouldn't that be amazing, mate?
Seeing that, the first ones of took now are reaching 17, 18. So they'll be starting to buy adult season tickets, so they'll be starting to filter through the stadium just now. So
yeah, it's amazing, mate. And then they had the Green Brigade banner as well, I mean, which I thought was brilliant, the Kano 3000, the credit to Celtic, because I mean, that's exactly what the Kano are. You know what I mean?
Even that in itself, I consider that an achievement. Everybody always looks up to Green Brigade before the game starts, see what's going on. And I didn't know what was happening. I didn't have a clue what was happening. I just got a nudge and could tell to look up, and I thought, wow. So even to say things like that yesterday, everything just flew past me. It was just absolutely brilliant.
Who were the groups that filled out the seats yesterday, Joe?
We had the wee boy William that was a 3,000 kids. It was a group called Wacky Wednesdays, and that's a wee group for Ridley in Glasgow. But it was a wee woman that basically just hires out a school gym every Wednesday just to give the kids something to do. She's not an official charity. She's tried to get funding. She thinks the policeman gave a wee bit of funding, but she really struggles. So she does. She buys all the equipment herself. We've tried to help her out the last couple of years as much as we could, try to point her with people and things like that. Because she's not an official charity, it's hard for her. So that was one of the groups. Yesterday, because Celtic were giving away the extra tickets, we tried to get a few groups that, shall I say, maybe a single parent apply with 2 wains or a family apply that we normally can't deal with. We tried to get groups like that in yesterday as well. Try to fill up all our slack sort of thing, you know what I mean, all the wee spares, sort of thing that we can't normally fit in. We tried to fit groups of that in, so we probably did about 5 groups yesterday. So we did to different places. The wee football team for Ayrshire. There was they were just a nice age, they were young boys, so they just loved the whole experience of being there, so they did.
And a good game as well, I suppose, Joe. I mean, I suppose we should keep you on the line now to talk about the game as well. I mean, now you said you didn't see any of the goals from taking photographs and looking at kids, because I've seen firsthand how absolutely hectic it is getting those kids in the seats and making sure everything goes according to plan. But I mean, plenty of goals, like 2 Scott Brown goals. I mean, Shevovich should have had a hat trick. I mean, Stokes got a great goal. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, in terms of game ways.
Good goals as well, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, good goals, yeah.
Good movement, aye.
You know, so, I mean, it must be hard. It must be like, not hard, I mean, but weird for you to kind of walk away from that at the end of the day and just go back home. It must be difficult to go to sleep some nights.
Well, if I say yesterday, just chaotic. I mean, Pat even handed me the camera I hadn't a clue how to work the thing alone. You expect all these folks to see two out of the range. After the game started, me and Tom went up and had to cut up the cake. So we're trying to cut up the cake and put them into, wrap them in wee napkin things. Get them into a bag, then run down the stairs with the reins, then keep some of the reins, then run back up, get them back there in the bag where Tommy was cutting it. So as I say, it was just one of these days. It was just crazy. And I actually said yesterday, after 3,000 range, you think they'd be good at it now? It was just as chaotic as ever.
Listen, I know for a fact there's no accounting for what kids can do. They just wander off. I mean, they just wander off. They're just looking around at things, you know. And Jason was in with us as well, was he?
Jason was sitting beside us. I spent the second half with him. He was home for another Celtic goal for his cooking toilet, so the last couple of chances I had to post that at the end. He was going mental.
I tell you, and I see next week he's probably going to blame this cold on you.
Aye, sitting in the elements all the rains. He's going to the top section, isn't he?
All them kid germs, he's going to say it's your fault. But brilliant, man. I'm absolutely delighted for you. I mean, and like looking forward to the dinner dance. I think the cane. Do you feel the cane will getting stronger, kind of every year, or even every month or so? Like the more kids you bring.
Definitely. Yeah. See, last year and a half ago, what it was when yourself started helping us out. We were kind of struggling a wee bit then. There was other factors. A lot of people were giving their money to other things, but we just needed promotion. Look, the day we know everybody kind of likes and they're behind us. But we had to get the out there, we had to get the word out there to get groups in. There's no point having the season tickets, no having groups, do you know what I mean? Uh-huh. But the past year and a half or so, it's just mental. It's just crazy.
Fantastic.
We don't really get any time, do you know what I mean? I'd try and get time in the house for the rain or day stuff in the house and that, but your phone's constantly going on. And I've still got a list of people I need email and thank or phone up and thank and things like that. I get around it eventually, but it's when I get there. I think.
I know.
It's never ending. That's probably the best word to describe it. It's just constant. Paul will probably understand what that was like now.
Aye.
Now, Paul, were you at the game yesterday, Paul, were you?
Yes, aye.
And did you see, obviously, you seen the Kano on the banner and stuff, yeah?
Aye, I did. It was because I mean, it was kind of like I've always said with these kind of things that sort of there's plenty of good ideas and all that there and that, but it's the devil's in the detail, as Joe says, and it's good you get an insight into that. It's it's great to see the kids on there, but the amount of work that has to go in just to make that happen every single week is just incredible, and to be at 3,000 kids is remarkable, because I think what your man Des said there is true. It's like, this is going to, take on generational things. And if, because an example being, and you were there yourself, Joe McKenna, that in Dublin last week, where that's, a lot of people were talking about the recent trip with the Dublin guys and Kieran and all that, and they understood that this was a necessity now to try and, we're competing with so many big things like the Premier League and, Hyde Cross games and stuff like that. The Kano is obviously one of these ways where you can actually fight back against that. Mm-hmm. And that's something that, because of all the phenomenal charity work that gets done and kids, that you forget that actually, you know what, Celtic Football Club's getting a massive benefit out of this as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And something that I don't think that, obviously we can go on all day about whether Celtic should do more or not, but it's something that at a time when, we're desperately trying to fill the stadium, because I sat and thought about it when I was looking at the boys yesterday, that some of the football Celtic was playing yesterday was just so good, and I thought, and following on for the Motherwell game, I thought, what's missing for the Celtic team? It's the fans. Do you know what I mean? The Celtic team deserves more fans to be watching it, and if it was, people would actually say, there's quite a good team there now.
Yeah. And
so anybody that's doing stuff just on a practical level to bring certain people into Celtic Football Club, the Celtic support have got to tip their hats off to them.
Without a doubt. Yeah, the tournament yesterday wasn't great. What's the official figures from yesterday?
I don't know what the official figures were, but they'd be lucky if there was 20,000 there yesterday. You always get that bite, the home fixture before Christmas, the money aspect. I mean, I can understand that as well. And I mean, the kick-off time, you're up against a huge Premier League game again, so just. I mean, to me, it's common sense. If that game was at 3:00 yesterday, the Kerrydale bar would have probably been rammed for people watching the football, then go to see the Celtic game.
Yeah.
But it does, and it doesn't really happen. But at the end of the day, we're going to see Celtic, and I hope people. I know the financial constraints. I mean, I thought Celtic priced the Inter Milan game fantastically. £28. We played games. So I think I think the club should be trying to make a few quid out of this. You know what I mean? And I'm surprised that they're actually trying, because this is a glamour game and that. But going back to the Keno and what's been happening is that what we need at Celtic Park is to get people into the habit of going to football matches again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a good side developing there who's playing great football. I mean, it's no exaggeration. When somebody asked me after the game, how was it? And I said, to be honest with you, I said, a fairer reflection would have been about 18-3 to Celtic.
Yeah.
Because we just absolutely demolished them. All right, we were a bit shaky at times and whatever, but still, you still got to beat what's in front of you. And we're playing against teams who are basically going to sit in and trying to sort of break and all that kind of thing. And, but I think now fans can actually see what Ronnie Dyler's doing and what his philosophies are. Guys like Anthony Stokes, I mean, they're playing colossal football now, in different positions and stuff like that. Stefan Johansson, who just, looks every inch the next captain and making when Bruni finally steps down or whatever. Fantastic. And bear in mind as well, all right, a wee bit shaky in defence yesterday, but you're without your 4 defenders in Lustig and Denier. So, you've got to make allowances for that, and perhaps sometimes we didn't as fans, but I mean, I'm really enjoying the football Celtic are playing now, and I hope that the Inter Milan game and things like that, will sort of stimulate people to buy half-season tickets if they can afford that, and start coming back to see the team, because there is some good football getting played, and when you look around the rest of Scotland, it's all doom and gloom and whatever. But Celtic are on the march again. I mean, to me, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You don't think you can tell in the first 10, 15 minutes, though, which Celtic teams you're getting that day? Because Celtic's in there, just as they're all running for each other, wanting the ball. A couple of weeks ago, you could go, say they're playing whoever, D or whoever, saying Brown gets the ball and he's no options, or the Fall gets the ball and no options. But now you've got Stokes is more or less a left midfielder, because I think Gary and Johansson's always in front of him. So Stokes instead of playing up front or left wing, but Ronnie's trying to play him. He's got to sit in that hole behind.
Aye.
Your full back and your attacking midfielder. That's where the space is.
Aye, I mean, and I think as well, it can't be overestimated how much a positive influence James Forrest is on the Celtic team. Yeah. Because when he's got the ball at his feet, I mean, he's the fastest player in Scotland with the ball at his feet, and he can go past players at will. And just even if he's probably his final ball and his final shot could be better, but even taking 2 and 3 defenders out against packed defences that we play against is massively beneficial. Created the gaps that allowed the likes of Scott Brown to score 2 goals and stuff like that.
Half the time, it's when he runs, he's taking 2 players with him, so somebody else is filling in the spaces, mate.
But see, even saying that though, his goal yesterday there, I mean, Guedetti himself, the threat of Guedetti brought 2 players to Guedetti and give Forrest the space to just let go. Right? What's
noticeable, Joe, is that Guedetti's getting tightly marked.
Yeah.
And I thought Ronnie Dyle was spot on after the game when he says he just needs to calm down, because he does. He treats every game like it's his last, which is brilliant.
You see how pissed off he was, with that chance the other day,
kicking the post and all that kind of thing, and just he was
ripping his jersey coming off a fucking half time, eh?
Yeah, and it's kind of like, just that'll come with experience, though. You know what I mean? That's the thing, and I have to say as well. Skepovic, I mean, that guy's going to be a player for Celtic.
Absolutely. I mean, he should have had a hat-trick.
Aye. I mean, they didn't even show it in sports scene. Within 5 minutes he coming on, he had a 35-yard volley that almost caught the goalie off his line.
Yep.
And then, I always say with strikers, as long as you're getting in the positions to make to take the chances, that's all that matters, because it'll come. The chances will come, the goals will come, but you've got to be in there. I mean, look at the strikers we've had. Was Mo Bangura making the runs, or Brozek, or of course they weren't. They weren't even getting any chances. So this guy, he'll come good. There's no doubt in my mind. And of course, one thing probably should touch on as well. Absolutely brilliant to see Naka back at half time as well.
Fantastic. And still can't speak English.
I know, that's unbelievable. The fucking translator, he probably was a millionaire when that was.
I think Nakamura could speak perfect English, just going like, I can't find this guy. He's dead on.
Yeah. I know, that was brilliant.